Hey Kara, so I want to talk to you a little bit about how I do extractions. So this is some photos that I did of my daughter's soccer team a few years ago, and this is natural light. This is no strobes or anything like that. And so what I would first do is I would go into my develop module in Lightroom, and I would first like touch up any kind of any kind of blemishes or whatever they wanted to do. I would basically do all the editing in here that I needed to do. That's just me. That's how I do it. If there's any tough cloning to do, I usually do that in the Photoshop step. So then what I'll do is I will go ahead and edit it in Photoshop. And I'm going to pause while this goes over to Photoshop. Okay, so here's the girl that I'm going to be removing from the background. And you're going to have the most success when the background has a decent amount of contrast from the foreground. So, for example, if the uniforms are white, you don't want to have them against a big bright sky because that'll create some problem with the extraction. You need to have, some difference between that and this. And the thing is, it's so awesome. I wonder if I can move this over. I don't know if I can. Okay, here we go. That is so Photoshop has really improved this functionality, and if you have not updated your Photoshop in the last week or two, you should definitely do the update. So anyway, you're going to go over here to your selection wand, and my magic wand tool, my whole Photoshop is going really slow because, okay. So, and then what you're going to do is you're just going to click select subject, and then Photoshop will chug along, chug, chug, chug. And what it'll do is see it's selected the subject here now. Now, and obviously she's standing in the grass, so I won't see her feet. I guess you could choose a pose where it's only from waist up or whatever. Sometimes it will not select those inside parts and sometimes it will, but if it doesn't, you can always go back and select it more later. So then what you're going to do, I don't know if I can change this. Okay, down here over in the corner. Now, oh, she was selected. Damn. Okay, let me try that again. Sorry. Okay, so she's selected. So what you do is you go down here to this, which is the layer mask thing, and you just click that, and look, now she's selected off. And then you can obviously go in there and you can correct anything that maybe they selected too much or maybe not enough, or sometimes they'll like leave little parts off, and all you have to do then is just basically using a layer mask. So like here, for example, see how her hair is kind of poofy right there? So what I would do is I would go ahead and take my black brush. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and take my black brush. And let me see what we're at here. Like that maybe. Okay, and so then you can just, whoopsie, yeah, I'm on the black. Okay, so you can go on there and you can, oh, my flow is not high enough. Sorry, and neither is the opacity. Okay, see, you can just take that all off. Doink, doink. And you can correct that, and you can use, like, you're a smart person. You can figure out, you can adjust the hardness of your brush and everything like that if you want it to look a little better. But that's it. And if you just want to use natural light, I guess I don't really have any sound advice except just make sure that your light's pretty good, And again, try to create as much contrast with the back that you can. And then what you want to do is, if you want, this girl's name is Zoe, so I'm just going to change the label to Zoe. And then if you want to duplicate that to another picture, like if you want to place it in the picture, again, you probably know how to do this. You just click duplicate layer, and then you place it in the layer of the thing that you're going to be working with. Okay, so I paused that so that I could go and open a file. So here's an example of, like, this is a template that I bought. This would work really well for like softball or something. And what you do is you find the place in here where the player's image goes, and then you highlight the player's image, and then when you duplicate your layer, let's see, duplicate layer, and then I'm going to choose, that's where I want the layer to be placed in this big pasture thing. Okay. And then when I go over to big pasture, you can see Zoe's picture there. So obviously I'm going to have to move that. Obviously, Zoe doesn't look very good in this because she's not a she's not a softball player. She's a soccer player. But anyway, that's where you go. And then you can change all this stuff. You can change all the, obviously you can change this to say anything you want. You can even, on this particular one, you can change this from a star to anything. You can change it to be, I think a shield. You can change it to be a circle. You can change it to be whatever. And then you can find the logo and put it in there. You don't have to have this thing that says lady. You can turn that off. You can change it up quite a bit. But anyway, something I wanted to show you is like, for example, this girl, this is artificial light. And you can tell because just the way the shadows are hitting her and everything. But this is natural light. So it'll look a little different, and that's okay. And you don't even have to buy it. This template that I bought, I think it was like, I don't know, $75 maybe or something. But you can choose to do it that way or not. And they also have like a team template that you can use that you can put on there and add on to it. So you can arrange all the members and everything, make a big team photo. And you can also make your own. Like I've made my own, and they don't always turn out quite as cool as these, but you know, for something simple and obviously free, you can just get your own stuff. I like to go to a couple resources I have where you can download free stuff is I have a PNG site where you can download 2 PNG things free every day. And then also I like to use Creative Market, even though I have to buy stuff from them. It's usually pretty good priced, and they have a good selection of stuff. So those are just a couple options. Okay, I hope that helped. Okay, bye.